Video, we will find out the total number of plumbing fixture required in a building. Either it is residential building, commercial or industrial. Number of plumbing fixtures means if you have a residential house and you can easily calculate the number of water closet and lavatories, bathtub, showers required for a family. So in this course, as you know, I'm using International Plumbing Code. So I will calculate the number of plumbing fixtures by using International Plumbing Code 2012 version, table number 403.1. So let's move towards IPC 2012. I will provide you in the resource section, right? So this is chapter number 4 on page number 45 of this PDF file. If you want to know the page number of this document, then there will be 25. Okay, so to avoid confusion, I am considering the PDF page. The page number 45, you have, when you enter the 45 and press enter, you will come to this section. Chapter 4, fixture faucets and fixture fittings. In this page, table 403.1 will give you the values or numbers of required fixtures. This is the classification. How to read the table? In this column, you will be provided all the classification of the occupancies. Assembly halls over here, business halls, educational facilities, school, colleges, universities. Like in educational classification, if you want to find out the number of fixtures required in a school, you can check over here. And from here, water closets, urinals, male and female. How to read? 1 per 50. So you don't need to find out the number of fixtures separately. In the case of educational facility, you will sum the number of male students and female students. If the total number of students, both male and female, are equals to 50 or less than 50, then there will be one water closet for the students. Right now, to find out the laboratories in educational facilities, you don't need to find out the laboratories, number of laboratories separately. As in the case of assembly, they find out the separate laboratory for male and female, but in the case of educational, there is no division, okay, in this cell. So it means you have to sum both the number of students. Like you have 20 boys and 30 girls, over total number of student is 50, so the number of laboratories are required is 1. Okay, so to avoid confusion, I will teach you with the help of an example. So let's follow an example. Example number 1. We have a school in which 50 boys and 50 girls. Total number of boys and girls are 100. So it means we have water closets, 2 numbers, laboratories, 2 required. So how we get these 2 and 2 numbers? Just check it out over here. Education, moving towards educational row, educational facility, 1 per 50. In our case, we have 100 students total, right? So total 100, we have the requirement of 1 per 50. So in case of 100, we can use 2 water closets. Please remember, in the case of educational facilities, you have to sum both male and female, and you can find out your plumbing fixture after the summation of the candidates, either male or female. You have to add both, and after the calculation, after the addition, you can check from this table. And this is only for educational facility. In the case of laboratories, we have male female both. Total number of students are 100, right? So laboratories number, we require 2 number of laboratories. Why? Because we, here it is written that 1 per 50. So total number of students are 100. So For 50 students, we need one laboratory. For 100 students, we can add one more laboratory. Now, if you want to add drinking fountain, you can add one per 100. So in our case, we can use one drinking fountain and one service sink. Service sink, you can say that it is just a normal laboratory or a sink, just like a kitchen sink, and you can install in some garden or some outdoor playing, in an outdoor playing facility for washing hands, right? Now, in the next video, I will teach you about how to read this column for assembly area, right? Now I have already teach you how to calculate the number of plumbing fixtures, water closets, lavatories, etc. by using example number 1, which is the easy example. I thought I should teach you one more complex example, so that's why I have example number 2, another example which is also related to a school facility. In this case, we have 25 boys. Our school is a small school, and we have 35 girls. The total number of students are 20 plus 35, 25 plus 35, 20 and 30, 50, and 5 and 5, 10. So total will be 60. So in this case, let's check how many number of water closets are required and how many number of lavatories are required. I will remove this because one is not correct. How? Let's check. Let's moving towards this third number, this row. Now, you know that water closet requirement for both male female after addition is 1 per 50. So in our case, we have 60 students, total students. 1 per 50. So for first 50 students, both male and female, we need one water closet plus we have 10 extra students, more than 50, so we will add one more water closet. So this is how you will get the values of fixtures. The minimum requirement of one water closet, or you can say one water closet, can serve 50 students. So we have 10 extra students, so in this case we will install one more water closet. Same with the case of lavatories education, 1 per 50. For 50 students, we will have one laboratory, and we are coming up with 10 extra students, so we will add one more. So it means the total number of students, total number of plumbing fixtures in the case of water closet, we will require 2, and laboratories 2, right? So this is how we will calculate the number of plumbing fixtures. Now, in case of if you want to find out the drinking fountain, 1 per 100, right? So it depends on your design approach. If you want to install one drinking fountain, you can install. If you don't want to install, now one very important thing is that it is not compulsory to find the plumbing fixtures only from this table. The plumbing fixtures calculation depends on multiple factors, right? Multiple factors. One factor is this table. The second factor is your client requirement. If your client doesn't need so much number of plumbing fixtures, so if he's not willing to pay you extra money, or if he's not willing to pay extra money to the contractors or the installers, so you have to take the client requirement into the consideration. Now the third factor is your design approach of the design engineer or a design plumbing design engineer. So there are multiple factors which you have to take into your consideration, and after that you will come up with your plumbing fixtures. All right. Now the third example is for indoor sports arena. How to calculate the number of plumbing fixtures in an indoor sports arena. We have indoor court in which 225 males and 150 females. This is our rough estimation, right? Every design engineer has its own estimation, or it depend, as I told you in the previous video, the number of plumbing fixtures calculation, it depends on the IPC table as well, the design approach as well, and the client's requirement is also very important while calculating the plumbing fixtures. Or architecture requirement, sometimes architecture will give you the number of plumbing fixtures, you don't need to calculate the entire number of plumbing fixtures. So in this case, let's for learning purpose calculate the plumbing fixtures for the indoor sports facility. Going back towards this chart, as you know that we have this assembly section of the table, A4 and A5. A4 is basically the indoor sports facility, and A5 is outdoor sports facility. So for both these facilities, you can choose from the number of water closet, lavatories, drinking fountains from this section. Please remember, it doesn't require any bathtub or shower because this is not related to the residential building. In case of residential building, you can find out, or in case of factory or industry, you can find out the numbers of bathtubs as well. But in our case, we have the assembly area, we have indoor sports facility. You can check from this description. The number of water closets you can calculate from this section. Now we have male and female. In this case, we will not sum the number of male and females. We will consider separately. We have 225 males and 150 females. Now water closets for males and water closet requirement for females. We will calculate separately because as per IPC, it tells us that you have to calculate separately. It is not like the educational facility where you will sum both male and female and calculate the total number of calculate with the help of total number of candidates. In sports facilities, you have to calculate separately for males and females. Now it is water closet requirement is one water closet per 75 males below 1500. Now if total number of males will exceed this limit 1500, then there will be one water closet for 120 males. Now in our case, don't get confused, in our case we have 225 males. It means we can 225 males means 75 males plus 75 males 150 plus 75 males. So if you sum these 375, you will come up with 225 males. So in our case, I will use three three water closets. Okay. Now in case of females, the requirement for water closets are 1 per 40 for the first 1520 females. Okay, if the total number of females exceed this threshold limit of 1520, then there will be one water closet for 60 females. Now, how to calculate this water closet for females? In this case, for your better understanding, I will also 40 plus 40, 80 plus 40, 130 or 120, right? 120, and so for these 40 females, I will need one water closet, again one water closet, one water closet. So it means three water closets, three. So I have calculated three water closets for 120 females. Now remaining is 30. So I will add one more water closet for extra 30 females. So at the end I require four water closets. So this is how you can calculate the number of water closets for male and female separately in case of sports arena. Now how to calculate the laboratories? 1 per 200, right? So the total males are 225. So laboratories for males, one laboratory for 200. Now we have 225. If you want to add one laboratory, you can add, but for you have to take cost into your mind while designing the plumbing fixture. So I will not add one more laboratory just for 25 males. I will more than happy to use one laboratory for the males. Okay, although the international plumbing code suggests me that the limit is only 200 males and one laboratory will sufficient use for 200 males, but I have 225. Either it depends on you. You can use two laboratories. I am happy to use one only. Okay, to save some cost in the project. Now for females, as I know, I have 150 total number of females. So for females, it remains same, females, right? So this is how you can calculate number of plumbing fixtures for different facilities, right? So I'll teach you how to read this table comprehensively. You can find out by using different examples. Okay, so see you in the next video.